I am live. Live. I am Job. I am Job. I am live. Dubbity boop. Bobbity beep. Bridget Brown. Divine Essentials. How money means. How money means. How money means. Bridget Brown is live on Divine Time. We're here for the members readings, but other people are welcome to donate for a reading through all of the linky links or through super chats. But I am here for this. I'm going to take off a pair of pants because I think I'm going to get hot. I have two pairs on, so don't worry about that. Hi. Hi, Alcyon. Hi, Alcyon. Hello, Chris. Just proving that there's two pairs. I'm not naked down below. Peaceful raised vibrations. Here we are. I'm gonna switch my account so that I can share it. Shut up. There we go. You know, people like to talk. They'll be like, oh my god, she was naked. My night is okay. How is yours? I don't know about you. 22. Flippy that. And we're gonna give it a link. And we're gonna paste. And we're gonna say live. Done. Boop. Bridget Rao is live. Share. Done. Good. Got a lot done this afternoon. Awesomey saucy. I haven't gotten much done in like 2 weeks. I've gotten the bare minimum done in 2 weeks. I've been just doing like what I need to do and then sleeping or sleeping. I'm going to send this to the Twin Talk group broadcast channel. Live reading. Send that. And let me know if you have a question. Melissa's messaging me on WhatsApp. So I'm sure she'll be over here in a minute, hopefully. Because I can't tell her I'm over here. But yeah, we're doing readings for the members. And anybody who wants to make a donation can also get a reading. But we do this once a month for the members for $2.99 a month. I go live the second Thursday of the month at 9 p.m. or 9:15 p.m. Try to be 9 p.m. I feel you there. Been resting much more than normal. Yeah, I feel like it's a shift. Like, I feel like I've been receiving a lot of downloads. Good things are happening. Like, I haven't really had to do a lot because a lot of orders are coming in regardless if I post or not. So it's like, whatever. Keep on sending it in. Let's see, what are we going to use tonight? I don't know about you. About 22. I got my Starscream Oracle and the Secret Language of Light. I got a lot of decks, but these are the two that I felt called to pull out right now. See what's going on. We have... You are immortal. Make your decisions carefully because you're going to fucking live forever. So, you know, you don't want to do anything silly and then, you know, have to live forever in that energy. You know. Woohoo! Glad to hear things are going smoothly for you. That's wonderful. Yeah, it's good. It's nice when things are coming in regardless of you busting your ass or not. It means that you've already busted your butt enough. and that energy still manifesting. Like me going live, people see that after the live. Me putting stuff on Etsy, people see that at random times. Like last night I had a couple orders come in. Last week I had like 5 different people order decks back to back. So it's been good. And then people on my WhatsApp, and then somebody else signed up to the top tier on Patreon today. So lots of good stuff coming in. We did the live on Patreon earlier for the 22 tier, but the people in the 22 tier and above get to join that. So the top tier has all of the Muneki, the Nooster rights, some of the star right, no, all of the star rights, some of Alcyon Light Healing, and some of the tarot teachings are in there. And now that someone's in there, I can be like, what would you like to learn? And continue to add to that. So it'll be good. Remove the mask of your everyday persona is coming through as well. So if you've been wearing a mask, it's time to take that off. And no, there I am. There I am. That's go forward and leave the past behind. Yeah. Going forward and leave the past behind. Whenever I see her, she reminds me of, what's her name? I've had a couple of different mediums tell me that I was, what's her name? It's not Mary, it's the daughter of Mary and Jesus there. I didn't even know that she existed until people told me. They're like, oh, do you know that you were so-and-so in a past life? And I was like, no. The hell's her name? No, I don't want to look at that. I want to see daughter of Mary and Jesus. Sarah. Her name's Sarah. Sarah Magdalene. We'll see if we can get a picture. Now that I have dark hair again, I guess it makes sense. We can show you. Sarah Magdalene. Whenever I see her, she reminds me of Sarah Magdalene. And it says, Magdalene de la Mer. Go forward and leave the past behind. Magdalene. It's a Magdalene bloodline. So does anybody have a question for themselves? You're a member, Chris. You're welcome to ask a question. Or if anybody's just popping in, if you're a member, you can ask a question. Or if you want to become a member, you can ask a question. Or if you just want to make a little super chat or donation through the links in the description box, you can ask a question. But this says, sorry, I don't know what the hell's wrong with my voice. It's still messed up. Oh, and on the, is there a resemblance? Thank you. On the video I did about channeling, I'm going to be answering those questions soon. I just haven't had the energy to do it, and it's been weird. So as soon as I have the energy to answer those, I will be answering those. And if anybody else wants to add to it, it's the most recent video I published on this channel. You can ask a question there without making any donations or anything. Just listen to like the parameters around it. Like it's not self-motivated questions. This says, in the beautiful Camarog, it's Mary, but it does look like her daughter, is coming forward into the present time frame as the icon to represent the divine feminine in all its possibilities. She brings scrolls of her wisdom teachings, and the white horse symbolizes the old paradigms and the old belief systems of the patriarchal society, retreating and fading into the mist as a new template of equal balance comes forward. This is mirrored and entwined by the flamingos that also symbolize the heros gamos and DNA activation, and the baby chicks is the child of the new dawn. So you can see those little guys entwined there. The messages I've been doing on Patreon this last week have literally been about balancing and uniting and union and like two becoming one. A lot of that coming through. But yeah, if you have a question, let me know. You are the oracle. You are the oracle. Be open to a communication from an unexpected place, like the gods. The portal is open. Try some pineapple juice, not from concentrate. The bromelain in it is good for cough, irritated throat. Okay. It's not even like irritated. It's just like I'm struggling to talk. It's weird. Like it doesn't hurt. I'm not coughing, but like when I try to talk, I'm like like it doesn't want to come out. But if it's like I'm gonna sing or something, I'm like la, 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 la. It's like different octaves. I don't know what's going on, but something's going on because it's been, well, I guess I do know what's going on. We are going into the Pleiadian lineup, and the Pleiadian lineup is connected to the Taurus energy. We got the Taurus full moon tomorrow. I'll be here live for that tomorrow night. But that the Taurus energy rules over the throat, so I feel like we're clearing blockages. We're clearing some. There's something I need to say. Something I need to say. Something I need to say. I don't know what it is, or I would have fucking said what it is so that I could talk. All right, so Chris, you have number 44, expansion. So expansion is coming in, and nothing has gone wrong. So good things. And look at Divine Feminine. I was just reading about the Divine Feminine over there. So I feel like we are overcoming the patriarchal time, and nothing has gone wrong. And look at, that's all about balance, like the yin and the yang. It's a time of expansion for the Divine Feminine and clearing and harmonizing what is no longer serving. Oh, and we got 22 and 22 with divine animals. So I feel like the spirit realm, the spirit animals, spit it out already. I'll try. The portal is open for you at this time. This is number 22 and this is number 22. So I feel like there are divine spirits, or like your soul family or spirits trying to communicate with you from that realm of animals. Like I've been seeing a lot of birds, or synchronicity to do with birds. Like it was a year ago today, I had a bunch of bird shit happening to me, like birds warning me of something that was coming, and then later in the day it came. And I feel like we are highly sensitive right now to that energy. So you may want to like consciously try to connect with animals and see what type of message they have for you. But it's going to help you with your expansion. And like I said, the divine feminine energy was definitely coming through strong. And then it says, be calm and anchor your energy. So, and this is 33. So you've got a lot of synchronistic numbers, which we saw earlier today too when I did the live for the Patreon people. It was like 22, 33, 44, 55. And all of the readings that I've done this week for Patreon was like 22, 33, 44. Just like nonstop synchronicity coming through and like confirming with each other. But things are being illuminated, and it's time for you to be calm, anchor your energy, and try to connect with the spirit. Look, the spirit animals have a lot of messages for you at this time, Chris. Hi, Rick. How are you? And it says reflect and release. So I feel like it's time for you to be calm, get anchored, maybe go outside, or even like, I don't know if do you have pets? Do you have dogs or anything? Look, shape-shifting with the Selkie. I feel like you can shapeshift right now or tap into certain animals. Like if you wanted to embody the energy of the wolf, or you wanted to embody the energy of the dove. And the dove is also connected to the energy of the Pleiadians, which is here right now. It's the seven sisters, the seven doves. I feel like there's a peaceful energy that wants to be channeled through you, but also that you have the ability to do shape-shifting right now and to connect with different animal kingdom to bring through messages for yourself. But they're wanting you to get calm and anchor so that you can shape-shift and transform and experience a new reality. And look, a comforting presence is on the way. Nothing is absolute. Change is the only constant. I feel like they want you to continue to change your perspective and to like embody the different energies of the different animals, to allow yourself to see from different perspectives and to embody different energies that can help you. Like the horse can help you to get going, moving forward quickly and swiftly. The dog can help you be like your own companion in unconditional love. The doves can help you to find more peace. You know, whatever animal it is, like the hawk can help you to see from a new perspective. But yeah, illumination is here for you, and they want you to move with the flow of whatever feels like it wants to work with you. I've been wanting to get out into the woods, but the weather hasn't cooperated. Yeah, they're wanting you to go out and like crown yourself and connect, because it's a comforting presence that wants to connect with you and help you at this time. Look, extreme times require deep reflection. So even when you can't go outside, go into your little cave and imagine, because like think of like when we do shape shifting, we're basically going into meditation and allowing our consciousness to shift into a new shape. We're becoming whatever it is. We're becoming the owl, we're becoming the wolf, we're becoming whatever. But if like the actual outdoors is kind of like rough right now and it's not available, extreme times call for extreme, reflection. So you can go within. you could put a freaking blanket over your head and imagine that you're in a tent in nature, and you're like looking out there, and oh, there's a bear, so I'm going to shapeshift into the bear. But just let your natural process happen. However you are being guided to go through that and embody the different animals that just naturally, instinctively come up to you, because they're going to help you. Again, a comforting presence is going to help you with this. And then acclimate, it says, accept where you are. So even if you are inside, that's okay. Your goal is within reach. You can shapeshift, and you can connect with these energies that are going to help you with spontaneously healing and doing whatever needs to be done, so you can come into a divine union, which again, number 44, we've had a lot of synchronicities with the numbers coming through. You are not alone in the universe, and I think a lot of the animal spirits want to remind you of that they're all around you to work with you, and that there is only light. And when, like, we see darkness, it's just the absence of light. But they're wanting you to create space so that you can connect with those animals and those beings and that spirit and that energy and the light beings that are present, so that it can help to bring you more wellness, and nothing has gone wrong. This is going to help you with your alignment. And just ask your soul to guide you on this journey. Like, you don't need a guided meditation. You don't need anything like that. Just allow yourself to do it, because it's going to help you. Let's see. It's funny you mentioned the wolf. I was named the gray wolf, and it's my feminine spirit animal. Yeah, so definitely do it. The green men have more messages to share. Yep. Owl is my masculine spirit animal. Nice. We have soul name here too, so maybe you need to get soul names for these spirits, so that they can deliver messages through you. If you're being called to connect with them and you know what they are, and spirit is being very like specific about this, I feel like there is something that you're meant to deliver to the collective. Even if, like, when I say that, I think people get like overwhelmed with the idea of like, oh, I don't want to make a video and tell everybody what I got. You don't have to tell anybody to deliver messages to the collective. You receiving a message from spirit is enough, because you're bringing it to the collective consciousness through your consciousness. It's even better if we write it up or speak about it and tell others, or even just tell one other person about it. But just by going through that process of meditating, connecting, receiving, you are delivering messages to the collective consciousness, because you're a part of the collective consciousness. So anything that you're doing is channeling into the collective consciousness, and they want you to do that at this time. So they want you to focus on figuring out what those messages are from your feminine and masculine spirits, and also what other messages are available to you right now, because you are not alone in the universe. And there, look, even with the illumination, that's a dove. Obstacles are being removed from your path, so that you can create pathways and enter into the silence and listen to the guidance that they want to deliver to you and through you to others. And they're wanting you to take off your regular face to do this. They're wanting you to embody the horse, or embody the fox, or embody whatever it is that wants to come through. And then again, there's no death. So we're just transforming, we're healing, we're aligning. And make sure you call in protection when you do this as well. The ripple effect, for sure. I agree 100%. Yes. I think that's important for people to know, because sometimes people get overwhelmed by that. But like, you are a celestial teacher, and just you being here and being still to receive those teachings is enough to celebrate and to acknowledge that you've done the work, and you're helping the collective through doing that work. It doesn't have to be a big, huge thing. But yeah, definitely do that. And let me go back up here. I'll get back down to you, Rick, in 1 second. We have Drew saying, hello, is there a card for me? No, there isn't. There's plenty. There's probably, have I ever pulled one? Well, yeah, I have pulled one card first. Look it, Divine Feminine again, and it's 31. So we know that 13 and 31 connect to the Divine Feminine. I know some of you guys weren't here when I started this, but when I started this, I was pulling out the decks that I wanted to like see what wanted to come through tonight, and the Divine Feminine came through. Yesterday I did I think it was yesterday, I did the Divine Feminine Twin Flame messages for Patreon, and it was all about like uniting and balancing between the masculine and the feminine. And that message has been coming through a lot about like people coming into union, people coming into alignment, and letting go. You are welcome, Chris. And letting go of the duality, right? Because we live it right now, especially everybody's like them versus them. Them versus, this is their fault, that side, that side. We're all part of the fucking same side. Like, we're all one. And we're here to remind people of that. Like, when you point at another side, or you point at other people and you are like, fuck you about those other people, you're projecting your own shadow onto others, and you're creating separation by separating yourself from others. So we're supposed to be letting go of that at this time and healing at this time and realizing that nothing has gone wrong. We're all channeling, we're all connecting, but it's time for us to come into balance. It's time for like the balance of the masculine and the feminine, because the masculine energy has been so strong on the planet for so long. So now it's the rise of the divine feminine to bring in that healing that's needed and to ground in that feminine healing, nurturing, receptive frequencies, so that we can, craft our soul into a way that's going to really embody and help to nourish the whole collective. And to let your light shine is also another thing. I feel like there's insights that are coming in through everybody right now if they allow themselves to be still and they allow themselves to receive those messages. And like I was just saying to Chris, you don't have to tell everybody about it. You don't have to be like, oh, I did this channeling and here's all the messages about it. You have to just allow it to come through you and receive those insights, and then everybody else receives it because you've received it. It's a collective consciousness. When one of us does something, all of us do it. When one of us is receiving, all of us are receiving. Sometimes it's better if people like inform the others of what they receive, but it doesn't matter if they don't, because we're still receiving it. I have given notice at work moving forward. Awesome sauce. All relationships require balance and homeostasis, be it romantic, platonic, or business. Too many people are strictly out for self these days. Yep. And then we have deep memories are stirring. So I feel like there's stuff that's going on inside of you, and I feel like this is going on for everybody right now. We're coming to the end of a 16-year cycle on the 17th. Tomorrow is the 15th. Tomorrow is the first day of the Palladian lineup. It's the full moon in Taurus. It's going to be a very powerful next couple of days. The next 5 days are going to be like very big. But we're also closing out a cycle. So memories and things, triggers that you've had over these 16 years may come up to the surface for you to get triggered and for you to acknowledge and for you to heal and let go of those triggers. And then you hold in your heart a space to be filled. So there's something inside of you that's ready to be filled at this time. It's ready to be birthed. It's ready for you to shift with what's going on and to dance your troubles away. So if things have been kind of like icky and you're ready to move forward, it's time to let that stuff go and to enjoy the dance, to enjoy the journey. Weird dreams lately. We've been getting a lot of messages about dreams. Earlier when I did the readings with Rick in the Patreon, he had like every deck that I touched, dreams came out of. So dreams are very significant as well right now for everybody. Pay attention to what your dreams are telling you, because your goals are within reach. Okay, so you're letting go of the old cycle. You're expanding your horizons. It's time for you to heal, and it's time for you to expand. And it's time for us to let go of what's no longer serving so you can expand. And I think that's what a lot of us are working on right now, is nourishing ourselves, letting go of what doesn't serve, so our authentic truth can be brought forth, and we have an inward revolution happening. So it's like, you may feel like on the outside not much is happening, but on the inside it's a revolution. And we've been seeing this come through too for like the last week. It's like, do not shy away from a soul revolution. Things are changing on a big scale. I have a dance thing on later this month. Awesome sauce. So seems like perfect for you. We could do trance dance too. I watched the video the other day when I did the trance dance, and I was like, oh God, because it's embarrassing to come on camera and be like, by myself, because usually at a trance dance, there's a lot of people dancing. There's a lot of people in the trance dance, but I'm here by myself, like trance dancing. But you can benefit from that even on your own at home. And then we had reflection come through, and it says, see all aspects of yourself through the reflection of the one who mirrors your hidden self. And that's like everybody. That's what I was just saying. We are all mirrors. We are all each other reflected back to each other. So when we look at others and be like, them, it's you. So there's a lot to be learned at this time. And there is limitless energy available to us to move forward, but we need to be fearless for this new chapter and be the teacher that we're meant to be. Spark hope in other people and walk your truth. Be integrity, be in your integrity and shine your light bright. And also have patience. I'm good. How are you? And this is a message for Drew, and then I'm going to be doing Rick. You can see the green names; those are the members, so they are getting their membership readings at this time. Anybody is welcome to become a member. It's $2.99 a month, and the second Thursday of the month I go live for these readings at 9 p.m. Or if you don't want to join the membership, you can make like a $2.99 donation through PayPal, Cash App, Venmo in the description, or do like a little super chat, or just listen to the messages that are coming through for the members. But the members go first because they pay to be here. But yeah, for Drew, you are limitless at this time, and it's time for you to shine your light. It's time for you to really allow for the light to come be emanated from your soul. Let your light shine. All right, so whatever it is that's inside of you, your soul craft, what you've come here to deliver, is meant to be delivered. It's meant to be shining brightly. Don't hold back at this time. And remove the persona, remove the everyday mask, allow your authentic soul to shine through, and believe in spontaneous healing, because there's a lot that's healing, and our goals are within reach right now. You are a free spirit, so to be a free spirit is to flow without the walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. And that's a strong message that's been coming through for the collective right now, is because we're seeing all this separation, all this divide, and all these people pointing the finger at each other and being like, it's their fault, it's their fault, it's their fault. We're needing to be really strong right now and reminding people, like, it's nobody's fault. We're all one. We're all just experiencing this collective in different ways. But you are a starseed, and connecting with crystals at this time is also going to help you very much to channel more frequencies and energy. You can heal with your hands, and you can heal with your touch, and you can heal with your intention, and you can also make jewelry or work with crystal jewelry to be a divine channel. But like, you're awakening on deeper levels, and you're bringing in the mirrored souls that are meant to work with you right now to bring in that frequency that's meant to be channeled, and the messages that are meant to be channeled. So anything that's been feeling stuck or low or like lack, trust your intuition to guide you away from that. And don't juggle your value and worth at this time. Plant seeds of potential that are going to make you happy, and know that the things that you've been waiting for to manifest are on the way. Take a leap of faith and work with crystals specifically. They're wanting you to work with crystals right now. I feel like there's going to be a lot of messages and guidance that you receive just from sitting with them, or intending to sit with them. Like, you can open the vortex and be like, I now ask to channel the energy and frequency of amethyst or quartz or whatever it is that you're guided to connect with. Even if you don't have the physical thing in your hand, you could bring the frequency through the vortex for you to receive the guidance and the messages, just like I was talking with Chris, to do it with the animal kingdom. You could do it with the mineral kingdom. And just by doing that, you are strong enough to receive the communication. But it's interesting because I'm telling him to connect with the animals to get the messages that are meant to be delivered to the collective consciousness. I'm telling you to do it with the crystals, but I feel like you could do it with both as well. Anybody can do it with any of it, but just feel what you're guided to do and focus on that and channel that, because that's really helping the divine feminine. The more receptive we are, the more nurturing we are, the more we allow, the more we are channeling that divine feminine frequency and embodying that free spirit. Look, it's time for you to be that free spirit, because that's going to lead you to abundance and your dreams. Look, the universe speaks to you through your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams, because those are significant. You already mentioned your dreams in this, so I know. Believe and receive. Things are coming to fruition for all of us, but our dreams are very significant at this time, and the messages that are wanting to be delivered through stillness are significant right now. Could be crystals, could be animals, could be the spirit beings, it could be your I am presence, it could be your ancestors. Whatever wants to come through, reflect on this moment with love, kindness, and compassion, and allow it to come in, because it's leading us to the abundance, into the blessings and the wisdom. See your adversaries as opportunities to expand your spiritual light. So anybody that we see that's holding opposition or separation, look at it as an opportunity for more wisdom. And when your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. So if we're like, I'm channeling to help the collective consciousness, I'm channeling to bring in wisdom, you are going to start to create abundance all around you. You are welcome. Let's see. Where was Rick? What can I make of the recent signs in which I see the same 2-digit number in 2 places at the same time? All right. So we've been seeing a lot of that tonight too, with the frequencies and energies, the numbers coming through, like this deck and this deck and this deck all are carrying 22, or they're all carrying 44, or they're all carrying whatever. It's a celebration and alignment for you, because you are limitless. You are a limitless creator right now, and the more that you're walking your divine truth, the more that you are authentic, the more balanced that you are, the more of that synchronicity you're going to see. So have gratitude for it, because it's going to bring in more for you. You're aligning as a celestial teacher, and you are finding your strength to give birth to more of that wisdom and more of that insight. They want you to be fearless at this time, and to look at your worlds within worlds. It's like your inner world is a reflection of your outer world, but a lot of us are bringing through like more synchronicity right now, because we are letting our true authentic light shine. And then you got divine animals with 22 coming through as well. So we've been seeing a lot of the 22 tonight. I feel like there are divine messages that want to be delivered through the synchronicity. And when I think of synchronicity, sometimes it's like everywhere I'm going this week, I'm seeing the swan, or everywhere I go this week, I'm seeing 22, or everywhere I go this week, there's something that's repetitive. They are messages for you to receive and to deliver, but it's a variance. Everybody has a variance in the messages that they are receiving, and spirit is communicating with you through those numbers. And I know for myself, when I see 22, I see it as a confirmation that your thoughts are being manifested, but everybody has their own way of perceiving that. Let's see what wants to come through with the divine timing. In the light of the sun, it will all be done. So by summertime, you're going to have a lot more illumination. Look, in a month's time, you'll see the light shine. And this card literally says illuminating. I was like, by the summer, you're going to have a lot more illumination, and then illuminating comes through. So I feel like these numbers are helping to illuminate for you your path forward, to understand the synchronicity and to see beyond the illusions. Time is an illusion. Release your confusion and realize that everything here is kind of like a matrix. We're starting to see beyond the matrix. You are starting to align with your soul, your mirror. Look, 22, okay? And then that's 21. It's a progression. You're progressing in healing with Mother Earth right now. You are coming into number 2, balance right now. And it's because you are surrendering 31 with the divine feminine energy and letting go of the limitations, letting go of the illusions, letting go of the ego, and allowing yourself to become back into presence of oneness, into this new beginning, and balancing out the logic with the creative, balancing the masculine with the feminine, and putting down a healthy new foundation so that your crown can expand for this new chapter. But they are calling for everybody to be still at this time, to receive those messages so that they can shine them out. Again, regardless if you speak it, write it, or just think it and receive it, you are becoming a celestial teacher by allowing your intuition to take that time out and to connect with those new messages and those frequencies that are wanting to be delivered through you. And your inner world will reflect into the outer world. So it's like those signs and those synchronicities, they are a manifestation of your inner world. It's showing you how limitless you are within your creation. If you can manifest 22 here, 22 here, 22 here, you can manifest anything into your creative, into your reality, into this new chapter. You can communicate energetically through the matrix and shine your light to bring that inner world into the outer world. So I feel like they are wanting you to pay attention to what you're thinking, what you're expecting, because this is the year it will all be clear for you. So, consciously intend to create alignment and to receive the guidance and the signs and the synchronicity that bring in the spontaneous healing. And know that you are an oracle. There are messages within those numbers, and divine union is on its way for you. And we saw this a lot for you today too. I feel like you already know this. You already know that divine union is coming, that you are shape-shifting, and you have fulfilling opportunities on the horizon. Okay, so it's like you're taking off the mask of the everyday persona. You're taking off the mask of the ego, and you're entering into the silence, and you're listening and you're receiving because of that. So you're creating pathways to be that celestial teacher, to embody that limitless energy that's within you, and to let go of anything that's kept us from that balance, so your cosmic connection can be given birth to, and your intuition is getting stronger. And so when you look around, your reflection in this reality is reflecting that to you. It's showing you that you have more worth, that you are the creator, that you are manifesting from within. And your vision, look, trust your ability to create the vision in your soul. This is exactly what I was saying. You're giving birth to these things. Your expectation is what's creating. So remember that as you are, just being, when you're in your stillness, think about what you consciously want to create, because I feel like that the numbers showing up like that is an indicator of how strong you are able to connect and receive and create. Let me go here. Oh, what is this? Doop, boop. A sign of inner power. So it can be a sign of alignment. Yes, yes. Yeah, look, you're a divine channel. I really feel like this is a strong message for everybody right now, is like, because of the Pleiadian lineup, because of all the energies that are shifting in the collective consciousness, we're always channels. We're always channeling. I say this all the time. Like when people are like, how do I channel? Like when you make a conscious decision to be like, I'm going to go take a shower, you're channeling the energies and frequencies that are necessary for you to shower. But when you're like, I'm going to go do the dishes, you're channeling the energy and frequency for that. So like they're wanting you to be more aware of what your vision is, because you are bringing it into fruition. You are creating it. Trust your ability to create the vision in your soul. So if your vision is union, or your vision is alignment, or your vision is 22, boom, 22. It's showing you how fast it's manifesting right now, and it's amplified. So keep that in mind, and also embody that free spirit energy, which has come through a lot tonight too. The more free we are within it, the more carefree we are within it. Like we're not like, oh, I need it. Like I really want it to be union. I really want it to be 22. I really need it. That creates the resistance and that pushes it off. But if we're just trusting and receiving and still and allowing and nurturing like the divine feminine, it's going to amplify and allow us to become limitless creators and see the manifestation of what we are envisioning rapidly. So it's just an enhanced time to allow yourself to look around, and all you want will be found, as long as you are trusting and letting go of the fears, the doubts, the insecurities, or the limitations that we place on our creation all the time. And automatic writing may also be beneficial for you. Like I was telling Chris to work with the animals, I was telling Drew to work with the crystals. For you, you could sit down, open the vortex, and ask, what messages do I need to write from my soul? Or whatever you feel guided. Just be that free spirit. Whatever wants to come through you, allow it to come through you for the sacred transformation. You might want to use the element of fire, light a candle or burn, write things down on paper that you're ready to release from your life, and burn that, and then trust and receive what wants to be written. Because I feel like look, you saw, I put it, whatever wants to be written is significant. And like we said earlier, your dreams are very powerful and potent right now. So pay attention to the astral realm too. Write down what's coming through in the astral. Keep records of what's coming through when you're meditating, when you're sleeping, when you're astral traveling. Even just think of synchronicities. I used to try to keep a synchronicity journal, but it was very hard because it was like every fucking second. I was like, I can't keep track of all of this. Like, I would never leave the book, because it would be like, there's another thing. There's another thing. But if you can like keep track of the significant synchronicities, it's going to help you to bring even more of that synchronicity for you. And water may also be significant right now for you to cleanse your emotions. Like, I think you did the Muneki. Use the water band to help you cleanse away any emotional debris or anything that's not serving you at this time, so that you can bring in even more alignment, because you are here to overcome and grow. I could never write it down. I know it's just so much, but maybe try to write down like the significant ones from your dreams. Like, I know you write down like 80% of your dreams. Go back over the last like year of your dreams and find the synchronicity within it, and keep a journal of that, because I feel like it is helping you to master transmutation. This is all about transmutation, the phoenix rising through the ashes. This is and it's fire and water. So I feel like that's also specific to your union. Yeah, look, divine masculine. Your dreams, the fire and water, is significant to feminine and masculine. It's significant to you seeing beyond the illusion, so that you can bring into fruition what it is that you're meant to be doing right now. And the astral realm is very significant to this. Your dream times are very significant to this. If you want to manifest your union, paying attention to the water and the fire, look, water and fire is really going to help you to channel in the peaceful perspectives that's needed for the solutions to what's happening in your physical reality around you. But they definitely want you to write things down and to keep record of what's coming through, because you are awakening and shifting. The whole collective consciousness is awakening and shifting. The frequencies are rising right now. There's a lot to be received if we allow ourselves to do it, and to not like hold ourselves back from receiving those peaceful solutions, because we are divine channels. And your unique experiences are unique and meaningful. So share them with others. And again, with that drum, it's time for you to beat to your own drum in the way that feels right to you. So however that resonates, that message, create the pathway that aligns most to take off the mask of the ego and to go into the soul. We're no longer a victim. We're no longer alone in the universe. We're entering the silence and listening to the guidance so that we can transform our paradigm. The number signs, yes. So does Howlite Moonstone and Obsidian sound like a good combo for a necklace at this time? Yeah, I mean, whenever somebody asks me something like that, I feel like whenever anybody asks me anything, I feel like their spirit, their intuition has already given them that information. Like when people come to me, I'm like, listen to your intuition, because sometimes people ask me like, does so-and-so love me? Should I just let them go? It's like your subconscious is letting you know to let them go. And then, because like if you have to ask, does so-and-so love me or should I let them go? It's a clear indication that you should just let them go, because if they do love you, they will show up and show that to you. But if they don't, letting them go is the best thing to be done either way. But it's like our subconscious knows the answer to what we need to do. So when you're like, does this, and this sound like a good combination right now? Your soul already knows that it is. That's going to bring you strength and it's going to help you. But we got to trust what's coming through us. Value yourself enough to know that your inner voice is guiding you for a reason, and allow that unconditional love to be emanated on yourself, to listen to that communication of your intuition and be like, yes, this is a good one. Like, we don't need somebody outside of us to confirm those things, because we wouldn't even be thinking those things if there wasn't something within us telling us to think those things. So don't stop working on yourself, and trust that you are manifesting your thoughts for a reason, and it's helping you for alignment. In divine time, things will align, but it does, yeah, they're being applauded for that. So definitely take those, combine them together, and then maybe see where it goes from there. You know, maybe other people are going to want it. Every moment has a purpose and a beauty of its own, and you are about to see the light shine on the places that you've outgrown. So I feel like that combination will help you to see what you've outgrown. It's going to help communicate this new chapter. It's going to help you to be fearless and strong. The moonstone is good for the intuition. The obsidian is good for protection, and the howlite is also reminds me of owls for some reason. So I feel like that would be a very strong one for you. Let's see. I dreamt of working in an office, which I want in real life. I don't know. Should I give up on myself? No, man. No. What the hell? Did you hear anything I've been saying? No, you said that before. I said a lot of the stuff I said tonight. But if we want a transformation, if we want to see results, if we want strength and abundance in that infinite connection, the time is now. The time is now. No need to wait. The time is now to be fearless. The time is now to move forward. The time is now to believe in ourselves and to have compassion for ourselves. Should I just give up on myself? Don't ever fucking say that to me and expect me to be like, yes, yes. Yes, you should give up because you're just no good. You're just a piece of crap. Like, that's never going to happen. Your goal is within reach. Every single one of you, your goal is within reach, but we have to believe in it. You can't be a freaking victim and have your goals realized. You can't be like, oh, I'm so silly, and then expect good outcomes, because we are the creator. Whatever's going on up here, whatever we're feeling in here is what we're manifesting out there. So protect your sacred body temple, protect your mind, be firm in your resolve, and commit to what you want, and believe that you can have it and you will receive it. It's time for us to align with the feminine and masculine within ourselves. The masculine is the pursuer, the protector, the provider. The feminine is the nurturer, the receiver, and that compassion, compassion as I open my eyes. And it's a sacred journey. It's okay to receive. It's okay to listen. It's okay to trust your intuition. It's okay to walk your truth and to be still in the choices that we have are infinite for us. And it's up to you. You can choose to be a victim and stay stuck and give up on yourself, or you can choose to be empowered and believe in yourself and do what's best for you. But we all have that choice regardless of what's going on around us. Believe in your spontaneous healing. Believe in your ability to create. Believe in your ability to manifest. boop, boop, boop. So yes, if anybody else has a question, let me know. I have another, what do you call it? I have another live tomorrow night for the full moon in Taurus. Look, 313, feminine energies. It's time to be receptive and to receive. And it could be seconds if we count all our blessings. So the more that we're grateful, the more we will receive. If you can focus on, I'm so grateful that there's jobs out there that I could get. I'm so grateful that I have the skills that I need to work. I'm so grateful that I can talk and I can communicate and I can email and like just the basic shit that you can do, that you can be grateful for, will not only align you to be receiving more to be grateful for, but it will train your mind and your eyes to start seeing more things to be grateful for. Because when you first start off, it's like, I don't know what to be grateful for. But the more that you are grateful for everything around you, the more you'll see that you can be grateful for everything around you. As simple as, I'm so grateful that I'm alive. I'm so grateful that I can breathe. I'm so grateful that Gaia gives us flowers. I'm so grateful that I got to eat this cake. I'm so grateful that I got to sleep in this bed. I'm so grateful that I have this shirt. I'm so grateful that I have underwear. Like, it's, you can literally be grateful for so many things. But the more that you are grateful for, the more gratitude, more will come in for you to have gratitude towards. But we also want to keep working on ourselves to see those things, because sometimes we do get stuck in a vibration of expecting the worst or thinking that there is no hope or that we should just let go of these ideas. But also remember, if something's not working out for you, like you want to work in an office and it's not happening, it may be because you're not meant to. It may be because when you get there, you'll be like, oh, why did I want to do this? Like, this is the worst idea ever. So don't ever limit yourself either. Sometimes rejection is protection. Sometimes it's guiding us away from the stuff that truly isn't going to serve our soul. Because a lot of people think they want something, but when they get it, they're like, why the hell did I want this? This is the worst thing I could have ever done. I don't know about you. What else does this collective need to know at this time with the freaking energies that are aligning? We have trust in the plan with number 13, and that's the divine feminine energy again. All right. And earth is healing. So we are healing. We just need to trust in the plan. Call for protection, because sometimes those thoughts, those doubts, those fears, those blocks that we get, like, oh, this isn't going to work out for me. Nobody likes me. Boop. It could actually be outside influence. It could be like, spiritual attack, but it could be an attack on ourselves, because if we're thinking negatively about ourselves, sometimes we start to attract spirits of negativity, spirits of envy, spirits of sadness and grief and all of that. So make sure you're protecting yourself on a regular basis. And look, the wisdom of the divine feminine is here for us, and it's helping us to know what we need to do with the intellectual knowledge to align between the masculine and the feminine. The power of the divine masculine with the wisdom of the divine feminine is helping us to intellectually know what's the best way for us to be in service to this planet. And sometimes we don't know, but the more that we heal and the more that we align, the easier it will come for us to see what it is that we need to do. We also have past life activations happening at this time. So things that you've been through in other lives could be coming up to heal you. And then the pink rose of Lady Nada is here. She's the one that really helps us to heal that divine feminine energy as well. An initiation by fire. Use a candle at this time to align. And the initiation by air. Use a candle and your breath, which is air, to bring into fruition things. Like light a candle and speak over it what it is that you want to receive. And that's your invitation to connect and unplug from the mass consciousness so that you can trust in the divine plan and receive the knowledge and the wisdom that is necessary to protect yourself and allow your heart to go through the transmission that is needed. We are clearing a lot of karma at this time. What else? The dark night of the soul. I feel like some of us have been going through that. Like the last 2 weeks, I've been really like down and in like a darker place. I know the seasons are changing, so it's like I've wanted to channel, I've wanted to do things, but I wasn't in the right vibration to do it. So I've been like in hermit mode and just kind of doing what I need to do. Like if someone books a reading, I do the reading. If someone purchases something that I need to make, I make it. If someone puts in an order for a deck, I do what I need to do for that. But like other than that, I've been in that mode of allowing myself to go there and into the shadow, because that's an invitation to connect and to receive or see what needs to be received, what needs to be transmuted, what is it that's going on. And then initiation by water, we can transmute those lower feelings, those lower emotions, that dark vibration. We can wash it away with our water and our fire and the air and the elements that are available to us all the time, just through our intention, cleanse. Right now is a time to work with the elements, to cleanse ourselves and to align ourselves with what's best for us. I don't know about you. Trust in the plan. Earth healing. Unplug from the mass consciousness. Boop, 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 doop. Let's see what Gaia says. Does anybody else have a question for the collective energies that are coming through today? We have Goddess of Creation, Transformation, Creativity, and Wholeness. We are definitely going through a transformation at this time, and there's 13 again, and it says reflection. There's an illusion and a distortion that we need to look at for ourselves, like examining ourselves, to look at the illusion and the distortion that is there within the shadow, so that we can transform into wholeness. There is a hidden gift within all of this too. So there's an ending, but a new beginning. And we may have a little bit of sadness right now as we're going through this, because it's the end of a 16-year cycle. So like I said, some of us may have triggers coming up from these last 16 years, so that we can let go of what was and give birth to what will be. And the energy is bringing in creativity and wholeness, so that we can rise above. And we got the Palladian lineup here with the 7 sisters, the 7 doves. We're coming to clarity, freedom, and the solutions. But it's the start of something new. It's the divine union between feminine and masculine. It's the marriage between spirit and matter. It's that healing and alignment, so that we can come to the achievement and keep focused on our dreams. Okay, your dreams are definitely assisting and supporting you. And there's that water again, which says emotional cleansing and rejuvenation. Purifying with water is going to help us to take the leap of faith and to cleanse ourselves in a way that is necessary, so that we can continue to transform into this next path and let go of what wasn't serving us, so that we can be more productive in a place of harmony and power, and have self-confidence about what we're doing. Yep, yin yang. We're balancing the masculine and the feminine, creating harmony through balance, and clearing away the obstacles. We have protection and guidance available to us with Ganesha. Gum Ganepate Namaha energies are serving us, seeing through the illusion. I do feel like some people are going to have some grief and sadness coming up, but there's also a resurrection that's there. So if you've been feeling sad, you've been feeling lonely, you've been feeling like, what the fuck, nothing's going right, we are facing our fears, and the subconscious is being released so that we can truly heal. But if you're feeling lost, confused, or lonely, know that you're not alone. I had somebody today that, is part of the Patreon. It's like we go live twice a month over there for them to ask their questions. She was really sick, so she didn't want to come, but she's like, I haven't felt this shitty in like so long. And I was like, yeah, me too. Like, it's normal. A lot of us have been feeling sad. A lot of us have been feeling dark, but we are letting go of those restrictions and those fears, so that we can come to eternal love, happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. And there's a message of love within all of this. And it's teaching us to love ourselves. It's teaching us to overcome what we've been through. That 16-year cycle was really difficult for many of us, but it's the end of it. So we're resurfacing of the past feelings and emotions, letting go of what those things are. So like people, like you may have memories popping up from like, oh, that person that really treated me badly, or oh my God, that time that I did this thing, or the times that you had addictions, or the times that you lost something, or whatever. But it's reminding us to never stop working on ourselves. It's helping us to remember to resurface those feelings, those emotions, so we can cleanse them away. And it's the start of something new. So embrace it, even if it doesn't feel that good at times. Just embrace what's happening, because we are releasing on the subconscious level, and it is a cycle, life cycle, family transformation. The dreams again. Yes, dreams are very significant right now. I feel like look, 31. If you have dreams, pay attention to them, because they are helping us to remove the obstacles, because your dreams are a manifestation of your subconscious. So your subconscious is programmed in certain ways. And we are figuring out the wisdom, the spiritual understanding, and the knowledge of what the things are under the surface so that we can see beyond the veil of illusion and change our perception. But these things have been repressed within us. These old emotions are there. It's time to reflect and to heal them, because it is helping us to let go of those attachments and to let go of those restrictions, to let go of those fears. Look, reflection, illusion, self-examination. There's distorted things within our dreams. There's distorted things within our subconscious. That's why our dreams are like they are. Our dreams have messages within them, but they're never the real, like, it's never like a normal experience in your dream. It's like people are like, you know, all this weird shit's going on there, because it's the stuff that you've repressed. It's the stuff that's beyond the veil. It's there for a reason. And it's those attachments and things that we need to heal so that we can have a clarity and move forward with fertility, with that tree of life, and to never stop working on ourselves as this cycle closes and a new beginning begins. But the new foundation is being put down beneath us. So definitely work with water, cleanse yourself at this time. Like I said, those distortions, those illusions, it's time for self-examination. There may also be deceit and broken promises, things that tempted you that are coming up, because it's time for clarity and freedom. That Pleiadian lineup is helping us to rise out of that energy, out of those old frequencies, out of those old fears and doubts, out of the blocks, to face the fear of the subconscious and have eternal happiness, eternal love, the fulfillment of our dreams. Our true dreams, not our distorted dreams, not the dreams of attachments, not the dreams of fears, not the dreams of darkness. It's time for the transformation of wholeness, for romance. Does anybody have a question? I don't know about you. Boop, 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 22. I gotta get rid of some of these decks. I have too many variances. Too many variances, too many decks. I never get to really use them all. Don't be a victim. I feel like the messages are just going to keep repeating. Yeah, look, break the negative cycle. We're literally breaking a negative cycle, and we're learning how to choose like a better solution for ourselves as we move forward, taking off the mask of the ego, remembering to ask the right questions too. So it's like, I'm like, does anybody have a question? If we get the right question, it will shift the energy, it will shift the frequency, new messages can come forward. But that's just how it is in general. There's a portal that's open right now, so we need to remember to ask the right questions. Did I fuck up sending a message before bed? Did I fuck up sending a message before bed? We get the never card. We have, please never stop working on yourself in the never card. I feel like that thinking, that mindset of like, did I make a mistake by doing XYZ, no matter what it is, Spirit's like, don't think that way. You know, like when we expect it to be bad, then it's usually bad. But if we can expect things to be good, then they'll be good. Decades will come and go if you don't choose to grow. So it's a time to choose to grow. It's a time to choose to trust. It's a time to know that any day now, expect to be wowed. If we're in complacency and we're feeling like fearful about our decisions and the choices that we're making, we start to create a reality around us that reflects those bad decisions and that fear and those doubts. It's like all of what I was just talking about. It's an illusion. It's a fear. It's a doubt. It's you know, our perception is what creates our reality. So you are the oracle of your own life. You are the creator of your own life. Your vision is the manifestation. Trust your ability to create the vision in your soul. But if your vision is, I made a mistake by doing that, that's what you're gonna ripple out around you and see. So like, I don't know exactly what you did, but like, did I mess up by sending a message before bed? I'm going to assume that like, if it's before bed, somebody might be in bed, so you might not have gotten a message back. So for the rest of the night, that's anxiety for yourself because, oh no, did I make a mistake? How come I haven't heard anything back? Blah, 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 blah. The only mistake that's made there is the anxiety about it. And tomorrow, like if you can release that anxiety right now, tomorrow, a new dawn is here. You may be like, oh my God, I was like so like worked up for no reason because maybe they were just in bed or maybe they didn't see the message because they're already asleep, you know. So I don't know exactly what the message was or to who, but I feel like if you expect it to be negative, you might create a timeline where that comes through more negative, and it's like a whole night of stress for no reason. whenever we send a message to somebody or we do something, we should do it without attachment to the outcome, because when we have an attachment to the outcome, that's when we get anxious and that's when we get all stressed out about it. So they're saying take a moment to connect to source through quiet reflective meditation and let it go. No, Melissa, I'm not live. I'm just, I don't know. I don't know what I am. I talked to you, you were messaging me when I was live. But let go of the fears, let go of the doubts, allow yourself to awaken. Hi, Melissa. Trust in unconditional love. Allow yourself to be compassionate with yourself. And think about those things before you do those things too. Like, if I do this thing right now, is it going to stress me out all night if XYZ doesn't happen? So if I know that, next time, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to stress myself out for no reason. I'm just going to allow myself to be. Divine Union is also here, also with this is your true twin flame. Remember your story and why you came. So, you know, try to come into a space of union within yourself before you take action. And go with the flow, you know, like whatever happens, happens. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. You know, we usually make a big deal out of stuff that we don't need to. Yeah, they're saying shift your focus. Don't let your ego run the show. Don't be like, oh my God, that was the worst thing I could have ever done. Why did I do that? The one you miss will come for a kiss, and this is the year it'll all be clear. Yes, you can, Melissa. Thank you. I'm going to see what else you got. I keep forgetting about these ones. These are the feminine and the masculine. Put these ones back. I don't know about you. Just let me know what your question is. Cernunnos. Shape-shifting. I thought of Chris when I saw Cernunnos because I thought he said Green Man earlier. And he reminds me of the Green Man because I don't even know why. Like, it's something in my head. Like, I think they're the same. But Cernunnos came through. So I don't know if Chris is still here. But shape-shifting came through with Cernunnos. That made... Green Man! Green Man! Look at that! I fucking love being fucking weird. I'm fucking weird. Do you see that? Did you see that? I said Cernunnos reminds me of Green Man. I said it. I did mention green. See that? I'm like, Chris, Green Man, Green Man. That's that thing. That's that thing. That's that thing. That's that thing. Manifesting your expectation. That's why Rick was seeing 2222. That's why I'm like, oh, he reminds me of Chris, Green Man. Green Man. That's how powerful it is right now. That's how quickly we can manifest. Like, that's what I'm fucking talking about. We were talking about dreams, and I just noticed the dream catcher. See? See? This is, like, guys, I am not fucking kidding. Right now is a powerful time to create. Like, yes, I'm psychic. Yes, I do this on a regular basis, but, like, this is a perfect example of that. Like, you are all psychic. You are all creators. You all have the ability to expect and receive. And it's like, it's not even expectation. It's just trusting. And, like, I don't have any expectation on the outcome. I don't have any attachment of the outcome of that happening. So that's why it happens so easily. Because it's like, I'm like, oh, Chris, Green Man, boom. Like, that's the type of energy we need to have to move within the flow so that our goals can be reached. But, like, a lot of times we want to do this with things that we place such high emphasis on that it keeps it away from us, because it's like, I really want to hear from that person. I really want that thing to work out. I really need that money. And we have such a, like, anxiety around it that what we end up creating is the anxiety and the separation and the opposite of the manifestation. So it's like, when we can really let go and just trust and be cool, calm, it will come and you'll see the signs. But otherwise, we create the chaos. So trust that you have the wisdom and the ability right now, very much amplified, to do that. Like, I can't believe how fucking perfect that was. I'm like, oh yeah. And the reason why I have Green Man and that in my head is because that's happened to me before when I've used this deck. Is like I've seen Cronunus and then got Green Man, and it was like, so now forevermore they're kind of correlated in my mind. But that's also part of the expectation, like that manifesting of what I have up here. It's crazy, but once you can grasp it, you will start to see it. And look, he's all about abundance. You will start to manifest the abundance when you're able to like put those things together like that without the holding on to it too tightly. If we want it too badly, we block it. Can I please get a love reading from my person from a distance? Messages from him? Sure. Let me just make sure. All right. Melissa, when Melissa gets back, we'll do hers. We have equality coming through with irresistibility for Songs of Starlight. Thank you, Melissa. And these messages have been coming through a lot tonight. So just know at this point, Songs of Starlight, things are coming into alignment for union. All of the readings that I've been doing in Patreon this last week have been about like union and manifesting and healing. And it's the same thing that I was just talking about with like the Green Man and stuff like that. Like, you have the power to manifest and receive at this time, but not when our attention or focus is on the wrong thing. Not when we're in anxiety, not when we're like wanting it too much. Okay, so try to remember that, trying to come into that equality, because that's what makes you irresistible. That's what makes it so that you don't have to ask me what they're thinking or feeling or whatever, because they will be so irresistibly drawn to you to fucking tell you themselves that you won't need somebody over here with cards to give you those messages. So what does he want? Messages from him. We have, I want to be vulnerable with you. I'm afraid you won't believe me. So on his side, he's also having a hard time with believing and trusting. I feel like if one person within these connections is having a hard time with believing and trusting, so is the other person. So you need to be able to believe and trust that he wants to be vulnerable with you. And when he does, encourage him to know that you do believe him, and encourage him to be vulnerable by being vulnerable back. We also have, I don't intend to come and go. I'm just overwhelmed and I feel you moving on and scared when things are going too well. So that's that like avoidant type of stuff. Like, things are going too well, I better sabotage it. I better fuck it up. I better run away, because I don't want you to take away from me. So I'm going to take away from you before you can take away from me. And they'll do that a lot. I found another creator recently on here that has really, really good videos about this stuff, because I was doing readings for a girl on WhatsApp like every single day, like 20 times a freaking day. She kept getting messages and messages and messages and messages. And I was talking to her so much about the avoidant shit that I was like, I ended up I saw these videos and I sent them to her, but I can share it like in the community board or something later if you're interested, because I really feel like it will help you to understand the mindset behind them, so that you aren't taking it personally. Because when you can free yourself from that part of it, it really shifts everything. Like, the fact that you're still here asking these questions lets me know that you're still impacted by his inability to show up and tell you them, or he would have already told you them. You wouldn't need me, right? I wouldn't be here doing this. So being able to understand that part of it really does give you a freedom to understand and let go on a bigger level. We also have, I've been trying to get advice on what to do with our connection, but nobody understands it. So it's like, you may also feel that way. You may feel like nobody gets it, nobody understands this. Like, you may even feel like, I don't even get this, I don't even understand this. And that's why things like those like logical 3D messages can help us, because it's from a perspective of a man who was avoidant and healed himself of it. And he literally does deep dives into places where he sees like, I can't remember the name of the place. I signed up to this thing the other day, and it's like a forum of people all talking to each other. I was telling Rick about it earlier, but he like goes in there into the forums of the people who are avoidant and like share the things that they've done or the things that they feel and the ways that they react when they're dealing with others. and he like brings those in, and he breaks it down, he makes it very nice. But I feel like you understanding that, you getting that type of support on the 3D, like that level, is really going to help on the 5D level, and it's really going to help on the energetic level, so that you can release the resistance that's happening and become more irresistible to create the equality that's necessary, so that you can hear these messages from him instead of me. He says, the reason I come and go is because I just can't stay away, but I'm not ready to give you all I know you deserve, so I run. Just doing your own thing for now. And that's what most of the girls are doing. But on the energetic level, they're still thinking about them. They're still missing them. They're still wondering. They're still feeling. And you can't turn that off entirely. But what you can do is educate yourself up here to give yourself the freedom within here to no longer be taking it in a way of the way that I know that it manifests. And it does get easier. I'm so confused. I don't know what to do. Please help me to figure this out. I feel like you figuring these things out that I'm talking about, like the stuff that like this, every fucking video that the guy has can help you to figure it out. By you figuring it out on your side, you're helping him to figure it out on his side. So you're literally going to be getting the answers that help. And he says, I will be back to tell you the truth. I can't keep these feelings inside of myself anymore. But when he comes back to tell you the truth, you need to know how to handle it so that he doesn't run away again, so that he doesn't freak out again, so that you don't trigger him or he doesn't trigger you into repeating the cycle that many people repeat over and over and over and over, because they keep triggering each other in the same way. And we are, again, coming to the end of a 16-year cycle. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this is a cycle that goes way beyond him. It goes all the way back to childhood. It goes all the way back to other relationships. You may not recognize it consciously, but it's there, or you wouldn't be living with it. It wouldn't be manifested in your reality. So this is an opportunity for you to find that equality, to heal that stuff, so that you will know what to do. He will always forgive the mistakes that you make, and I know you'll forgive the mistakes that he's making. But the way that you communicate that with him is very important as well. How does he see me in a serious, so he does see me in a serious romantic way. Yes, and that's the thing, like, he says, I can't help sending sexual energy. I always desire you. When they see you in a romantic way, it scares them. It freaks them out. So they want to, like, sabotage it. They want to, like, put it at, like, oh, we're just friends. We're just friends. We're just friends. I don't feel like asking about the third party stuff. Well, and sometimes they do. Look, I'm sorry I risk losing your love. Again, third party stuff is another manifestation of, like, what they will do. Sometimes they will go with someone that's easier for them to be around. Someone that is, I know he has creative friends. They will go towards other people. They will go towards things that are easier for them. They like people who are at a distance from them. They like things that are, like, controllable. They don't want to be vulnerable. Like instead of actually, like, being like, oh, I got you this gift, they'll be like, I got this for free. Here, it's for you. Even though they got it for you, they'll pretend like they didn't, because that's less vulnerable. It's less scary. There's this blonde artist girl he talks to, but I don't know if he's into her. Look, I don't like the attention others give to you. I know I should be the one doing it, but I'm frozen in fear. I feel like everything you're telling me over here is everything he's saying over there. Just, it's a mirror. That's the mirror. Like, he's worried about who you're talking to, and you're worried about who he's talking to. And instead of you just talking to each other, being able to, like, come together in a normal, healthy, balanced way, you guys are triggering each other, because these things need to be healed. These things need to be acknowledged. They need to let go. He has searched for you in others, but nobody compares. So even if he is interested in her or likes her, she doesn't compare to you. And he is worried about you giving your attention to other people as well. So know that, you know. He also says this connection has definitely been divinely guided, and I feel like you deserve way more. So the fact that he feels like you deserve more makes him feel like insecure and not capable of giving you what you deserve. So he's going to run from you. He's going to avoid his emotions of you. Wow, he's jealous if I were to talk to others. Yeah. And that right there is a clear, like, when people say like this, it's like, the fuck, dude? The fuck? Like, He's jealous if I were to talk to others. Like, that's a clear indication that he likes you, that he's interested in you. He doesn't want you to be with others. Even though he can't fully show up for you, doesn't mean that he wants you to be with other people. It just means that he's overwhelmed. And I feel like the way that you show up yeah, he does sabotage, because the way that you show up is overwhelming to him, and the way that he shows up is underwhelming to you. And you guys need to work on that. But that's why I feel like watching those videos would really help to change your perspective and really help you to get into the right energy and to the right behaviors to help it to go better in the future. But you can't be worried. You can't, he's reserved because he's avoidant, because he's afraid. I'm afraid of this love, and I'm afraid of pain too. He's afraid of the pain that you could cause him because of the love that he does feel for you, the desire that he has for you. It's overwhelming to him. Avoidants want to avoid those feelings. Even though other people are like, wow, this is great, I enjoy this, like, let's have more of this. They're like, it's too much for them. So you have to be able to accept that about them and go slow with them and not push too hard. But it's hard. It's hard. And he's afraid of changing. But I feel like you would need to be able to change, and he would need to be able to change. But only one of you really needs to know and understand the fullness of it to start making those changes and slowly, like, introduce the right way of interacting with each other so that it gets somewhere, so that you can reduce the amount of crap that's happening within you and have compassion for yourself first and foremost, for realizing, like, oh, this isn't a personal thing. It's not me making a mistake. It's not me pushing him away. It's not me being too much. It's just he's not comfortable with all that I am comfortable with. Now I wonder if my paired number signs are also signs of mirroring. Yes, they are. They are. That's your confirmation. Like, that's your intuition, Rick. He only knew that I wouldn't hurt him like other people because I've worked on myself. Yeah, and it's a work in progress for everybody. Everybody's healing. Look, I've awoken because of our path, and I've sought guidance out for our path too. So, like, he is trying, and I feel like these are indicators to you to continue on your path of exploring and understanding, not just on the, because, like, a lot of people, the feminines get stuck up in the whole, like, let me look at readings and let me get divine guidance, and that's only half of it. Like, you're not going to get anywhere with the fucking messages of, oh, just love him unconditionally and you're ascending to the 5D. Like, that doesn't fucking matter. It does not matter. Like, you need to be able to do the logical 3D aspects of it, because we are still logical 3D beings. We have, like I always say, like, the emperor and the empress are the 3D, and the high priestess and the high priest are the 5D. We need to balance both sets before you can come into that true equal union balanced place. So continuing to explore and figure out, like, why they do what they do, because all of the stuff that you're asking me and saying right now, you can get those answers. I know you can get those answers because I've seen them, and I've tried to share them with other people. But also what I've noticed is that some people just aren't ready for those answers, and it's like they get there when they're ready for them. So you may just be coming into a time where you're ready for them, because I've tried to deliver those messages from other avenues. Sometimes I wonder, I'm like, should I just fucking make, like, a whole series and explain this from beginning to end, like, on the Bridget Rao channel? Because I know 90% of the people over there, that's what they're fucking dealing with. And they don't have the 3D, like, logical, like, tangible. Like, it's the most tangible. It's the most way for you to get anywhere. Because, like, this isn't gonna fucking, like, it doesn't matter. This does not matter. That's why I get frustrated about this. That's why I stopped doing it. Because it's like, yeah, it helps you a little bit, but it doesn't actually help you to the degree that you need for it to go anywhere. It's like, who gives a shit what the card said? You know what I mean? Like, it's still truth, but it's not helpful in the way of, like, all right, I know how he feels. This is what I could do about what he feels. You know what I mean? He says, I closed down my feelings and I quit love. So it's like he is very confused. He has shut down his emotions, but that does not mean that he does not love you or that he doesn't care or that you can't have him open up more or get to a better place. But it does require work on both sides, and it does require, you know, diving in deeper to the other stuff. I'm committed to improving myself. You inspire me to grow and heal. So the more that you grow and heal, and the more that you are working on yourself, the more that he is too. But it's a progression. We need to continue to do it so that we can actually get somewhere and not focus just on one aspect of it. and I know, like, the readings out there's so many readers out there that just tell you what you want to fucking hear. That's not going to get you anywhere. You know, like, I will open up to you more and more, I promise, right? That may be true, but like, the other part of this message is not unless you do the things that align with that happening, not unless you figure out why he's not doing it right now and what you've been doing that's preventing that. So that's what I'm offering, is like, go watch those videos, because they're very much more helpful in getting there than just listening to this. This isn't going to get you anywhere. Just knowing, oh, he will open up more and more. You'll just sit there waiting for fucking 5 more years, waiting for him to open up and more until you know what to do to get him to be able to do that and continue to do that. And even when you do figure these things out and you apply what you're learning, it can go backwards. You can still make mistakes because you're both triggering each other. But what should happen over time is that you eventually get better at coming together and staying together. All of your decks, like the sexy ones, you said he sends sexual energy. I might send him sexual energy without knowing as well. That's been coming up a lot this week. There is the 5D. There is the 5D stuff. I'm not dismissing this. Like, I wouldn't have made these if I didn't find that there was value in them. But I made these years ago. You know what I mean? I can't remember his name, but I have sent it to people on my WhatsApp, so I can post some onto the community board later so that I can make sure that you see it. I can't remember. I've sent them to Melissa too. I sent a couple to Melissa. I don't know how to just like find the guy, but I will give it to you and show you. But like, when I made these, that's where I was at. I was in that part of like the 5D stuff and getting those messages. Like, you have to remember, I'm on a journey too. And then over time, I started to realize, like, this is only part of it. Like, this can only go so far. These messages, and that's why I was like, I don't know, like, it doesn't feel right. That's, I was struggling with integrity and stuff. Like, I didn't want to hurt people. I didn't want to keep people stuck in something that's not serving them. So yeah, like, I still believe in this. But I think that this is half of it. Just like I said, there's the 5D and the 3D. It helped. We'll see it again. Yes. There's so many of them too. And like, sometimes it's just best for you to explore on yourself and to find the people that resonate with you. The reason why I like that guy is because he was an avoidant person that's healed himself to no longer be, and he has a perspective that is different than most of the people out there who are like, oh, I'm a fucking like relationship expert and I'm gonna help you. They don't fucking know. You know what I mean? They're not on that level. Like, they're other types of people. Like, they may be somebody that is like an anxious person, so everything that they're going to make is from their anxious perspective, and that may not help people who are dealing with an avoidant person, because who better to help you to understand an avoidant person than someone who's been one. And the other person that I used to share videos from a lot was the girl who did the personal development school. The personal development school, I think is what her name is, but she was also an avoidant at one point and healed herself. So she has a lot of perspective, but she's a woman. So like, her perspective comes from a feminine being in that energy. His comes from a man being in that energy. And I like the way that he researches. Like, he's not just like going and looking what other people said already within the videos. He's diving into like fucking like message boards very deep to find specific instances of things that these people do or have done along the path. And some of it may not resonate specifically to what's happened in your situation, but a lot of it probably will if you give it a chance to like actually understand what he's saying, because he like breaks it down. It's a very nice, he's got like shit on the screen that like, he does like little cartoons and stuff for some of it. But even just like exploring in those ways can help you. Like, joining, what is the thing that I talked about earlier, Rick, that fucking name of that place? It's like a place where like people talk. I can't think of the, even just going in there and joining those things can help. Reddit. If you go into Reddit, you can join like, I don't know what they call it in there. I just signed up to Reddit the other day for something specific, but I can't remember what it was. But this is like, they have them in there specific for relationships, and they'll have them in there specific for people who are avoidant, or people who are dealing with avoidant, or people who are healing their attachment style. So knowing your attachment style is also a big part of that, because for me, I am fearful avoidant. So that means I got the best of both worlds. You know what I mean? I could do the fearful side and the avoidant side, which the fearful side is like, sometimes I'm anxious, sometimes I'm avoidant. It's like, if you're too nice to me, I'm like, ew. But if you're like mean to me, I'm like, why? Please like me. But the avoidants are just like avoidant, like it doesn't really much matter. They do get drawn to the anxious people because the anxious people feel a lot and they don't, and the anxious people get drawn to the avoidance because they're so stoic and they're so reserved, and it's like they're attracted to what they don't find within themselves, within each other, but then they clash off each other and push each other away. And you need to learn how to balance that and come into a secure attachment so that you can get somewhere in love. But yeah, I will share that for you guys later. Hello Robin, I'm gonna go back up here from Melissa because she sent in a couple of donations. I want to get hers done. But yeah, Songs of Starlight, like, I'm not dismissing anything that's in here. I feel like this is the first step for a lot of people to even acknowledge and want to heal, to shift their consciousness, to work on themselves, to get to the place that they get to. But then the next part of it is like, all right, let me look into like the actual trauma, the actual wounds, the actual parts of myself that are manifesting this type of connection, this type of relationship where I'm feeling, and it may be triggering. You may get triggered. You may find things that you've done or you feel or you do that are actually harming the outcome of your connection, that no amount of these messages can heal. It's going within ourselves, doing the shadow work and going to that other level that really will help you. All right, so Melissa sent in 2 donations. She said her first question is, can I get a reading for what's coming in for me, for my highest good, open to receive? All right. So what's coming in for you, for your highest good, you're open to receive? We have Justice with Mott, and Bridget. It's me. You're healing. Justice. I feel like you are bringing in justice and balance and healing energies at this time. I'm going to see what Mott says. These books are always, oh, look, I opened right up to Bridget, though. So, the cow, fire, spring, dew, flowers, milk, forged milk. When the Irish goddess Bridget stepped forth on earth, a flame appeared above her head, roaring upward, connecting her to the heavenly place from which she sprang. This burning fire, full of primal creativity and healing, has been Bridget's gift to her followers for millennia. Bridget was the daughter of Dagda, a father figure god in Irish mythology, and one of the poets of the Tuatha De Danann. She is known by many names, including Bride and Bryant, much loved and actively worshipped. She is a patron goddess of creativity and of the healing artists of all kinds. Writers, musicians, bards, scholars, and of course, healers have called upon her. I know you've been feeling called to healing. The spring festival of Imbolc, which is still celebrated by pagans today, is sacred to Bridget. Her herbs necessary for healing are gathered and harvested during this time and ritually blessed in her name. Many celebrations are held around her healing wells, and springs sacred to her are still well used in Ireland. Many writers, filmmakers, farmers, and healers ask for inspiration and healing energy from her. The goddess is still very popular throughout the world, and though through her later appropriation by the Christians, she is known as Saint Bridget, a patron saint of Ireland. Her current sanctuary is situated in Kildare and contains a sacred flame. She appears in your life to heal you, often by inspiring you. Her energy is powerful and effective, and she encourages the full expression of appropriate emotion and the creative spirit. It is said that no one who offers trust to Bridget is disappointed, and she always compassionately does her best to assist. Her presence will help any creative projects or emotional journeys or discussions. She's a wonderful goddess to call upon when you need to bust out of a rut and get excited about life again. So there's an invocation here. If you want, I don't know if this is if you screenshot this and then go into your editor, you can mirror the image or reverse the image so that you can see it the right way. Actually, let me do this. Anybody who feels guided, and a lot of times when people are in here, there's a reason. Anybody who's guided to do the invocation with the goddess Bridget or Bridget, this is it. Okay? So you can screenshot that, do that, and I've been saying all night tonight about lighting candles and doing that type of thing. is really going to be helpful right now specifically. And she works with the wells. She works with the water. I've been saying, like, the fire is the masculine, the water is the feminine. I feel like she can help bring justice and balance to your relationships and to your inspiration at this time. I know you've been wanting to do healing work. I know you've been feeling inspired to do something, to write or to create or to do whatever. Call on her to help you and invoke her so that you can. And then Mott is justice. And it says, in the ancient Egyptian view of the world, the goddess Mott brought law to chaos. She created and judged every natural law in the universe, making her one of the most powerful deities. Mott's power determined the movements of the tides, the seasons, the rotations and pathways of the planets and stars, and she also made the final judgment on his soul after death. She was respected by the living, and the ancients worshipped her as a goddess, certainly, but also as a principle and a process enacted in their lives. You didn't just worship Mott, you lived Mott. So you lived by justice and balance. It was said that after death, the body journeyed under the care of Anubis, or the underworld protectors, and was presented to Mott, and the soul was housed in the heart. She would weigh the deceased heart on a golden scale with her white ostrich feather as the counterbalance, and if the soul was light-hearted and thus had respected all of the Creator's laws, it was admitted to the afterlife to enjoy eternal life and eventual reincarnation. If the soul weighed more than the feather, it was eaten by the lion goddess Ammit. So as the embodiment of righteous law on earth, the pharaoh often wore the symbol of Mott to indicate his role as a lawmaker and justice giver in alignment with the goddess. In more modern times, the symbol of justice as a beautiful woman carrying a set of scales reflects the original images of Mott. Allow Mott to create order and justice in your life. She is an excellent listener and brings an energy of great clarity. If you are dealing with rules being made or broken and punishments carried out, you should pay special homage to Mott. If you are involved in anything legal, you can offer a prayer to her. And even if you are simply dealing with authority figures, peers, or family, Mott can ensure you treatment is fair. So the one for that, I'm going to flip that around, and you can also invoke her with this. Screenshot that. And hopefully you have a feather. If not, you could try to get something that's similar to a feather. You might be surprised. There might be a feather around. But I feel like it is time for you to get into a place of balance for your highest and good, and to work on that heal. Yeah, look, unity. This is going to bring you unity. This is going to bring you balance. Do those two things, because it's going to open up the gateways for you to heal and align within union. And you're on a process of discovery right now. Okay, like you're discovering what it is that you really want to do, and sometimes that means we got to explore different things. So go with the flow. Don't overthink it. Don't worry about too much. Inquire into different places, but just keep taking action towards the things that you feel guided to do, and figure out what it is that feels the best for you. But yeah, I feel like it is a time for you to be trusting the inspiration that's coming from spirit. Like if you're like, I feel like I want to do Reiki, do fucking Reiki. If you're like, I feel like I want to write this thing, write it down. If you feel like you want to go to do some meditation, do it, because it's going to bring you to prosperity and abundance, and it's going to help you to give creation to the things that you're wanting to give creation to. You are an earth angel, and you are here to do work for the Gaia, you know. Speak your truth and express yourself, okay? What is it that your heart and soul is guiding you to do at this time? Remove the mask of your ego and allow your authentic truth to come through, because that is going to create the pathway for you to really align, all right? To express that truth. And sing even if your heart is breaking. So even if you're feeling sad, even if you're feeling down, continue to keep your vibration up, continue to create. Because like they always say, like the tortured poet, you know, things like that. Continue to create even when you're feeling down or you're feeling lost. Don't let your ego or your pride block you from creating from a place of authentic vulnerability, because that's the best creation that you can create. And remember to ask the right questions. So like when you're trying to create something and connect with spirit, ask the right questions to spirit to help you, to guide you at this time for the illumination and the alignment. And believe in the spontaneous healing. Like I said, Bridget's there as a healer. She can help you to heal whatever it is that needs to be healed at this time, and create that pathway for the expansion And be open to communication from an unexpected place without the attachment to it. Like when I say that, I know you think of him. So take that attachment off of him and think of an unexpected place. Because if I can expect what you're fucking thinking, then I know that's expected. Take the expectation off of it and be open and whatever, because then it will allow, if it's meant to be him, it will be him, but if it's meant to be someone else, it will be, but it will lead you to where you're meant to be, to receive the things that you're meant to receive. So reflect and release to allow yourself to receive the true divine masculine energy. You're waking the true divine masculine energy by allowing and trusting and not expecting. Just be open. We don't know where it's coming from. We don't know who it's coming from. And if you are holding on too tightly to wanting it to come from somewhere, you'll block it. So just enter the silence and listen without that expectation, and trust that whatever's meant to be spoken will be spoken from whoever it's meant to be spoken by. So your second question is, my dreams have been wild. What do these dreams mean? And can they assist me in my present life? All right. Dreams are wild. We've been having a lot of dreams. You should watch back this one tonight, Melissa, I did a live earlier for the Patreon people, and there was a lot going on in there about dreams. But earlier tonight, a lot of the messages that I was doing were talking about dreams. And there's been a lot of messages tonight that weren't directed at just anybody in particular. It was directed at everybody. But even when people come here and just watch, these messages can resonate across the board. You don't have to be the one that I'm speaking to specifically to receive. So we got flow again coming through with renewal, and it's Poseidon. Okay, so I feel like Poseidon may have a message for you about the flow. There he is. As a gentle, where the hell is he? And he's about creativity, ease, and prosperity. This card is a siren call to protect and enjoy the stunning oceans of the world. Water's been coming through a lot tonight too. Flow, water, feminine, okay? And Bridget was the fire. Masculine, feminine, and it can be expressed, uniquely by both. Because I was saying like the masculine was representing the fire, the feminine was representing the water. But in this instance, she's representing the fire and he's representing the water. And that's okay too with you for some reason. But it says, as gentle as a lagoon and as destructive as a tsunami, Poseidon is one of the greatest gods in the Greek pantheon. One of the sons of Cronus, he rules the sea. His brothers Zeus and Hades rule the sky and the underworld respectively. He was beloved and feared at the same time. Sailors in the ancient world often made sacrifices to him before the voyage, and fishermen took part in great seasonal rites to appease him. Some rites were as straightforward as singing to him in a storm, while other sailors and fishermen traced his trident upon the shore before entering the sea. Yet other rites were bloodthirsty, matching this god's violent power. So the essential defining feature of water of it is its flow. Poseidon controls the flow aspect with great power. Call upon him when you need a flow of anything in your life, but in particularly creativity, abundance, fertility, or prosperity. In modern times, we need to protect the sea more than ever. We have caused many imbalances in our oceans through overfishing and overpollution. We need to call upon Poseidon for his help in protecting this domain. Today, many organizations linked within the sea use his symbolism. The Sea Shepherd Conservation Society uses the trident as a symbol on its flag as they protect whales and other sea creatures from death. Surfers, sailors, fishermen, and any who has a deep love and appreciation of the ocean would do well to communicate regularly with Poseidon. He is said to protect his own and will give secrets of the sea to those who honor him. Knowing which surf break is going to be the best or how to perform well while sailing is a secret worth having. The shadow side is he's notoriously changeable. Whole armadas of battleships were lost if Poseidon was not on their side, and he would exact quick and lethal revenge if he so chose. Too much flippant change around emotions could lead to drama. It is important to be as balanced in our feelings as possible. While going with the flow is good, being too changeable can lead to instability and not being able to make good decisions. Pay attention to how flow is playing out in your life at present. Be aware that hanging on to a grudge or an imbalance will interrupt the clean flow to what you desire. His symbols are trident, dolphins, and horses, and I know he's very significant with the Atlantis energy, so I feel like that is specific for you with your past lives. And this is his invocation here. So I would do this, and it looks very easy. I don't know if you can get near water, but if you can, or you can just imagine being near the water, okay? Oh yeah, look, I didn't even see it. It says, if you're not near the ocean, imagine being in front of it. So screenshot that, do that shit, bitch. And that's going to help you with your present life. But I feel like it is connected to your past life. And I feel like your dreams are your subconscious, which is the ocean. It is the emotion. It is the water. And Eros is here too. And I feel like he's going to help you. All of them are going to help you with love. They're going to help you with receiving the love. I'll give you the one for, I'm not going to read the whole thing for Eros, but he is one that you can do, like you write a little thing and you put like something under your pillow and he helps you to bring in your love, your true love, okay? And help you to let go of the attachment, you know, just be cool, calm, collected. Hypnos I just saw as well. I feel like that might be significant for you. Hypnosis is about our dreams. All right, so here's Eros. I'm gonna flip you around. You can save this, screenshot this, so that you can get his full message. But doopity boopity beepity bop, screenshot, okay, and then doopity beepity boopity bop, screenshot, and then doopity beepity boopity boop, screenshot, okay. Got it? Screenshot. Then I think there might be one little thing left. Yeah. This is the last part. Doopity beepity boppity bop. Screenshot. Do it. Do it. Okay. That's gonna help you with all of that. And Hypno, oh man. Invocation for Hypnos is pretty simple. It's a lovely invocation for those who need sleep. I don't think you need that. You've already been asleep. Yeah, you don't need that. All right. Like, you've already had sleep. You don't fucking need that. Fuck that shit. You're fine. Let me see. What is she saying? Let's see. Get back up here. Boopity bop. Okay, there she is. Both of these goddesses are amazing. Healing and writing. I must take it one step at a time. Took the photo. Yes, I have been having a candle on. Awesome sauce. Good job. Thank you. Hello, Existential Tarot. Got it. I have feathers. The one. Awesome sauce. I've been looking into Reiki classes near me too. Awesome sauce. I have that instrument, the lyre. Yeah, man. Use that up. Yeah, the guy. He's very brilliant, but yes, I have to stop expecting with him. Yes. It's okay. I'm not as clingy like before. Good. I've had such vivid dreams like, wow, wow, Poseidon, like King Triton. Yes. I wrote a Medusa poem, and he was a bad guy in that story. I channeled that poem and gave it to someone as a gift of gratitude. Awesome. Yes, he did that Odysseys. In the Odyssey, he messed with his journey back home. Got it. Yes, Atlantis. Awesome sauce. Awesome. All right. Perfect. So yes, use those messages, and those things will help a lot. I've done a lot of the things out of these books over the. Look at, there it is again. I keep seeing this with you, the Aries War. I feel like you are still like, I feel like you need to let go of the battle and the chaos at home. Okay, like with dad and mom, and you may not even be consciously mad at them right now, but I feel like it's on the surface, and that's blocking your flow, and that will block your union with your divine masculine too, because sometimes if we're resentful of a man, a masculine in our life, it carries into other places. It will block us in the manifestation of other places. So anywhere that there's war and chaos and battle within yourself, it's time to let those things go. But I did keep seeing Aries, and it was reminding me of you, and I know you're not an Aries. So I don't know why it's been sticking up to me. I don't know if you were here when I had that other thing happen with frickin' Chris, and I was like, oh, Cornelius, bear. Oh, there, he perfectly came out. Here, I'll flip it so you can get the one for Aries. The invocation for Aries is here. Greek warriors normally prayed to Aries for victory. He's on the bottom for the invocation there. So, doopity boppity boopity bop. Screenshot. And this one also, boopity beepity boppity bop, screenshot. And then I'll do the last page for you. And the playback is also here too for people if they need a screenshot of anything. You can also go back and pause and screenshot. And this is the small prayer. I am at war. There may be a battle. There may be great threat of war. Boopity boop. Let me fucking come into a place of, being okay. Call on Bridget to help you with the war and the battle as well. All right. And let's see, let me go back up. So, Monica with the Reiki thing. See, yeah, definitely go around. That's what I did here, was I found a place that was offering like Reiki 1, Kuan Yin was one of the guys that I worked with for Reiki 1. And that might get you in the door to being able to like do, like the first place I went to do Reiki, like I learned my Reiki 1, I walked out of there first day being like aligned to do her work. Like, oh, I'm gonna redo your whole fucking website, and I'm gonna start doing this for you and doing that for you. So, find the place that feels aligned and go to it and see what type of things manifest from that. But I definitely would, keep looking, and see. And if not, maybe it's time for you to create something, or find a place like a yoga studio that's open to allowing you to do it. If you took my Reiki 1 on here for free, you are a Reiki 1 attuned person. You can do Reiki. You can already do it. Like, you can go practice on people. You can practice it at hospitals. You could practice it at the old folks' homes. You can practice it at cancer places. You can practice it at anywhere that people are open to you practicing it. But you already are a healer. You already are channeling. And you're doing Alcyon Light healing again. So it's like you are a healer. The first step is to just start putting your hands on people and healing and practicing. And if that's not an option, you can do it online too. Like, you read my thing yesterday, you did good. And anybody that's in Alcyon Light Healing group on Facebook, she went in there yesterday and was offering to read people's auras. So if you're not in there, go in there so she can read your aura. But again, justice is coming for people. Let's see. Thank you. Doopity boop. You're welcome, Songs of Starlight. Yes, I definitely feel like there's strong mirroring between you guys, Songs of Starlight. Hello. Oh, Sammy, I don't know if you're in here, but you missed the live earlier, I think. I think you're in Patreon, in the Patreon tier for the live. So I put a thing into Patreon earlier after the live was over that only you'll be able to see if you like are part of that tier. You should be able to see it. It's like, did you miss the live, or like something like that? And it's like, my face looks weird in it because I didn't do a picture on it. But if so, you can go in there and comment your question so I can give you a reading because you missed the live today. And I'm pretty sure that's you. And then next week we'll be doing it again at the same time. But next week it's not set up like it was today. It's set up in a different way. It's set up. It's all in there. There's a like 3-minute long video in there right now for the people of that tier. So if that's you, I'm not sure. But if it is, it will be there for you to see it. It's the last post that I put in there. Otherwise, if you're not in that tier, it'll go to like the last reading I did. All right. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything from any of the members. My green names. Got that one. We got that one. We got that one. All right. Dame Malas. Hey, how to ask correct questions to the spirits. It depends on what you're asking about. I feel like there's really no wrong answer, no wrong questions for people, but like, I posted a video on here the other day where anybody can go ask a question to the emissaries of light. But like, when you're doing that, I tell people to do it in a way that's like uplifting for the whole collective, because it's messages aimed at everybody. It's not just like for you. But like in here on a night like this, for my members and the people who are in here, they can ask whatever they want about whatever they want. But there are certain ways to word it. In my Patreon, I have like a thing of like, it's sectioned out, like love questions, health questions, career questions. And it is like, there's certain ways to word stuff. But I've had people ask me all types of things, and it's like, however, what are you worried about? What's going on for yourself? Sometimes people just tell me they're open to receive, and that they seem to get a lot of guidance that way. Other times people who are really like upset about love will be like, what do I need to know about this love situation? Sometimes people get very specific. It's just, I don't think there's a wrong question, but like, if somebody asks me something that's just like I can't answer, I'll let them know, like, I can't answer that. But we are getting close to 2 hours here. I think I've done all of my members' readings. So anybody that's still in here, like I've been saying all night tonight, we are healing on the subconscious level. We are releasing and connecting with the divine feminine energies. Okay, so there's an invitation right now to connect with the divine feminine, and an invitation to let go of the subconscious issues that we don't need anymore. The repetitive stuff that's like an unavoidable cleanup. things that have been blocking us for the last 16 years. We're clearing that stuff out. The unwanted, repetitive bullshit that's been unpleasant. It feels good when it's over. We're recognizing what those things are, and our attitude is everything at this time. We want to be cool, calm, collected. We don't want to be stressed out and anxious. We don't want to be fearful. We don't want to be expecting the worst or giving up on ourselves. We want to be powerful, independent, and aligned for time alone, so that we can receive within the stillness and silence what's going to serve us at the most. So we're becoming more adaptable, and we're seeing the both sides of things, and we are becoming more wise. We're getting the perfect touch at this time to heal and align with our Empress energy, which again is divine feminine energy, so that we can be beautiful and abundant and magnetic within our relationships, within our art, within our homes, within our families. We are loving ourselves and becoming more graceful. We are becoming more stable and secure, and we're getting that willpower to persevere. We're going to be more steady and developing like a fine wine over time. Things are getting better and better and better, but we need to believe that and know that as we are aligning with that magnetic vibration inside of ourselves. We're no more yearning, we're no more longing. We're using the opposite of that. We're coming into the energy of the opposite. We're balancing so that we can receive. But if we're like longing for something, if we're wanting something, if we're anxious about something, that pushes it away. But if we're cool, calm, and receptive and trusting and knowing, it pulls it to us. If we just allow it to come. So that's the energy that people are coming into right now, is that divine feminine energy. And we're letting go of the stalemates. We're learning what we need to learn so that we can overcome these games and this bullshit, that things that have been blocked. And the people who've been refusing to compromise, the delay tactics, the people that have been non-committal, things like that. We're figuring out why. What part did we play within that? Like if we're dealing with somebody that's doing this, right, and we're dealing with them, and we're like thinking about them, and we're like, I want them to do something different, we play a part in that. So it's like, what are we doing that's entertaining that to be the outcome? What are we doing that's also, because it takes two to tango, and it's a mirroring thing. So we may feel like on our side that we've been doing so much, and we've been healing, and we've been patient, and we've been bubbity boopity beep, but there's still something going on that would bring us to this place. So we need to figure out what's going on under the surface. We need to figure out, where is our energy imbalanced? Where are we actually rippling out the opposite of what we want? Because if we are not happy with this, then there's something that we're doing that's still manifesting that. So I feel like people are starting to rise above and to see clearly, so that they can start to communicate and like negotiate in a healthier way to bring harmony and balance, so that they can have effective communication, they can have playful collaboration, they can have lighthearted good times, because they're figuring out what's going on under the surface that's been blocking them. They're trusting their intuition. They're going into the silence. They're listening to that guidance from within. And they're letting go of the old burdens and the baggage and the things that have been feeling like, oh, I'm cursed. Letting go of the shame and the regret, because those are the lowest vibrations. Shame, regret, all of that stuff. That's the lowest frequency, the lowest vibration that you can emit. But when you're up here in just like acceptance and just like peace and calmness, that's the highest vibration. But if you're feeling regretful, shameful, anxious, or like guilty or anything like that, it's going to block you from your flow. It's going to block you from receiving. It's going to block you from that magnetic receptiveness. So you become your own burden. You become your own omen. You become your own curse. You become your own curse. So if you can rise up into that unconditional love and that place of forgiveness and acceptance and just peace and joy, you will become very magnetic and charismatic and receptive and allowing yourself to receive the good things. So keep that in mind. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel down. It's okay to feel upset, but don't stay there too long. Or then look at things and wonder why they're not working out. There's a reason. It's a storm that's brewing. It's like we can continue on that path where we're like, things are brewing up and things are getting torn up, or we can go navigate during the new path where things are going to be carefree, happy coincidences, synchronicity, things are aligning, and it's all perfect. And we're recognizing that we are unique and we are, exquisite. Each one of us is carefully designed. We have a unique pattern and a detail, but sometimes we burden ourselves and we can keep ourselves stuck in belief systems or relationships or ideals that actually limit us from being that full expression of that unique, like snowflake, where everything's coming into alignment and things are beautiful and expansive. So anything that's been unhappily burdening us, we're letting that stuff go and we're finding justice, and that's going to lead us to that better foundation, that aligned union with a divine masculine and a divine feminine that has clarity and illumination and a new spark that can continue to go forward. But it is, again, figuring out under the surface what it is that's been causing those 10 of swords, what it is that's been causing us to be blocked, what it is that's been keeping us from being balanced. And it's requiring us to go within and sometimes feel that darkness, sometimes feel that shame, sometimes acknowledge those old emotions, and then to realize that it's a mask that we've been masking, and we're creating from an illusion, and that we're allowing our ego to continue to create for us rather than our soul. So when we take that mask off, we become very exceptional and magnetic, and we have that illumination and that chemistry to bring in that manifestation of everything we're wanting, our desires, our fertility, everything starts to multiply. But it literally is a fork in the road. Every single day you get to decide which way you're going to go. And I do feel like people are headed towards deeper bonds and deeper commitments, reawakening of the lost hopes, finding those deep soul connections. But it is, again, a choice to make every single day. And yeah, it's time to be the leader, time to be the trendsetter. It's time to be the star of your show, that independent person that's detached, that's cool, that's assertive, that's idealistic, that's original, opinionated, intellectual, and individual, okay? Like, you are your own power. You are your own creator. You are your own version of self. But you have to think I can in order to, right? If you're like, I can't do that, nothing works out for me, everything sucks, that's what you're going to see. And also be mindful of who you surround yourself with, because if you're dealing with people that are self-motivated or crafty or stealthy or do shitty shit, that's going to make you feel bad too. So sometimes we also have to get the strength within ourselves to walk away from those types of people and things, to recognize our value and worth, and to pull ourselves away from that and go through the process of healing those wounds and feeling a little sad about the things, like when we get played or we get, used or abused or lied to or manipulated. But it's all the same, as we're always coming into a better version of ourselves. We're always aging and developing over time. We're always learning what needs to be learned and getting the tools that are required to reach our victory, right? So just know that cycles are ending, things are happening, giving birth to a new world. We're manifesting, and tomorrow is the first day of the Pleiadian lineup. Tomorrow is the full moon in Taurus. Things are coming together. We are, again, aligning for union. I've seen a lot of union energy. I've seen a lot of going to that next level, that expansion, that healing, the balance, the reciprocal, like yin and yang. And give it a week, don't become weak. So if you start trying to break out of like the sadness or the darkness and you're not instantaneously getting the results, like I was thinking positive and this bad thing still happened, give it a week, don't become weak, keep trying. 11/11, things are manifesting, things are healing, create and inspire, it'll set your life on fire, and you are already free, but decades will come and go if you don't choose to grow. So it's time to continue to grow, and it's time to continue to try, regardless of what's going on in the now moment. We are allowing ourselves to rise to the occasion and to crown ourselves, and to speak our truth, okay? Voice your opinion, don't hold back. Creation, like I said, being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing the unfolding of your limitless creative soul. Be creative at this time. Create and inspire to set your life on fire, and expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. Like, pay attention to the signs, pay attention to the synchronicities. Know that things are changing. It's not going to be strange unless you expect it to be strange. And look, awakening, union, manifesting, paying attention is going to help for the creation. It's, look, create and inspire, set your life on fire to the infinite potential that you have. Things will align in divine time, but you have to believe it and trust it and feel it and know it to receive it. No more fears, no more doubts, no more darkness. Change the mind, change your life. Everything will come together. You are already free. Release those emotions connected to the lower vibrations. It's all right to express that stuff. It's all right to feel that stuff, but we also have to transform that stuff. We got to go into the shadow to transform it into the light, right? And that's what I feel like a lot of people have been doing these past weeks, is acknowledging the stuff that's under that surface so that they could transform it and align to their full power and attract in their true union, attract in that constant, like that instant creation. Also aligning with the things from our past lives and ending those cycles, unifying the duality, and coming into a place of infinite love. So emanating the high priestess, that balanced energy of that divine feminine, which has been coming through all night tonight. We are balancing and rising. We're reaching out to our true soul family, and we are awakening other souls, and we're healing our soul contracts, and divine healing is available. So open up to receive it at this time, and believe that you are worthy of receiving it. But yeah, I think I'm going to get going because I've been on for a couple hours. Look at this next full moon too, tomorrow night, is in Taurus. So this is a great time. We're going to start receiving a lot of abundance. We're going to start seeing the resources to do the things that we need to do. Clarity will shine upon you again. Open your eyes and smile with new friends. Like I just said, we have new soul contracts. We have walk-in souls coming in at this time. We're healing those old karmic contracts because we've been healing ourselves, and we're healing others, and we're going to see the true people and the true alignment that's meant to be had, and the true like abundance that is your birthright. So meditate and connect. Allow yourself to receive the guidance from spirit, and keep planting those seeds of potential to grow the infinite into your foundation and into your union. But yes, I'm going to go now. It's time for me. I got to go do a private reading on WhatsApp. And if anybody wants private readings, they're available on WhatsApp for $5.55 or $11.11. And then there's bigger ones too that people can get. But the ones that come back the quickest are the 5 minutes and to the 10 minutes. I did 2 5-minute readings last night for somebody. I did a past life one and a divine timing one, and they were like, oh my god, everything that you just said has like it gave me the confirmation of everything about like the last 2 years. And it was literally like 2 5-minute readings. So they're available if people just want a quick 5-minute $5 reading. And I will be back tomorrow night at 9 p.m. I think to do the full moon in Taurus, which I'm excited about because I remember the last time we had one, and it's a good energy. It's going to be very significant for manifesting and shifting our reality. But thank you guys for being here. I will see you soon. I think that this is all right. Yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you.